Ooh. And treasure. Level 15. Skill points. Alright, what's the next skill I need? I believe the last one I did was determination. So now I'm looking for perseverance. Was it up here? Determination. Perseverance. Nice. Alrighty. And companion. Nev. Oh, she got 2 points. Nice. Let's go ahead and do the time thing. When the effect ends, all enemies take 150% cold damage, or when the effect ends, you get... Let's give them cold damage. Yeah, let's do that. I like it. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, what's next? Alright, I guess it's this one. With the gods threatening a new blight, the team must seek out help from the Grey Wardens. Gain help from the Wardens. Meet the first Warden at the Cobbled Swan. Oh, and that's also in Docktown. Look at that. Right here. What? Well, isn't that convenient?
Did the Magister explain why the Archon's palace rained fire on the city?
Wasn't it a mistake?
I am Jowen Glastrom, First Warden and Supreme Commander of Weishaupt. I received word of your team's request for Grey Warden assistance after an incursion of the Blight at Demeter's Crossing. Explain yourself, Warden, and bear in mind that the Order remembers your past recklessness.
Sure, I disobeyed orders. I acted on my own choices without authority. I admit it. But I took an oath to defend people from the Blight. I uphold that oath any way I can.
Your report, Warden.
I was part of a team trying to stop an elven mage named Solus from destroying the Veil. When we disrupted his ritual, something escaped from the Fade, and I clearly sensed the corruption of the Blight.
From this mage, Solus?
No, sir. Solus opposes the Blight. He's actually an elven god Fen-Harel, the Dreadwolf.
I did not come here to listen to fairy tales. I am here because of the Blight.
Right, but it all ties together. See, when we disrupted the ritual, Solus got trapped in the Fade. But 2 of the elven gods got out. Elgranon and Gillenane, we think. And they're blighted.
Why would elven gods be blighted?
The ancient elven gods used the Blight. That's why Solus imprisoned them. The point is that the gods are making the Blight worse. Demeter's Crossing was just the start. That's why we need the Grey Wardens.
It is clear that whatever you did to unleash the Blight has corrupted your already weak mind.
Okay, wait.
You will be taken to Weishaupt and placed under heavy guard until the danger you caused by unleashing the Blight passes.
That's not gonna happen.
I assure you, it will.
We don't have time to fight. I need Grey Wardens marching with me, not at me. That's the only way we have a chance to stop the gods and the Blight.
Let me tell you something about the Blight. It is evil, it is implacable, and above all, it is predictable. The Blight has not changed in over 1,000 years. The Grey Wardens will defeat it, as they always do. And we will do so without a disgraced junior warden causing needless confusion. I suggest you come along quietly.
Adamant Fortress 941, Dragon. The Grey Wardens attempted to raise an army of demons. Hardly the models of good judgment yourselves, are you?
Everyone knows Warden Commander Clarel acted alone at Adamant Fortress.
Acted alone, you say? Imagine if everyone were to see the letter I discovered where you authorize her actions. I wonder how that might complicate the narrative.
Are you prepared to risk the security of the Grey Wardens for this deluded boy?
You may be surprised to learn that I care very little about the security of the Grey Wardens.
Stay away from the Blight, and do not pester the Grey Wardens with any more of your nonsense.
He seems upset. Was it something I said?
That was close. Wasn't looking forward to being dragged off to a Grey Warden dungeon. Who should I be thanking for the assist?
Magister Dorian Parvis, at your service. A mutual friend thought you might require some support.
Maevaris Talani? Of the Shadow Dragons?
The very same.
What's your relation to the Shadow Dragons?
About a decade ago, Maevaris and I started a political faction called the Lucerni. We were going to change Tevinter for the better. Everyone would recognize the common sense benefits of our approach, and we'd all live happily ever after.
I take it that didn't happen?
Maevaris was framed, kicked out of the Magisterium, and the Lucerni were dissolved. So she took the movement underground.
The Shadow Dragons.
Since I still haunt the Magisterium, that makes me the Shadow Dragon's man on the inside.
I think we made an enemy of the First Warden today. Well, more you than me. He just thinks I'm a dangerous idiot.
Ha! Enemy? I've ignored greater men. No Grey Warden worth the name sits in a Menrathus lounge sipping wine. You need the Wardens? Look for the ones out there fighting the Blight. In the meantime, the Shadow Dragons will keep a close watch on the Venatori. Good luck. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon.
Only the veil stood between us and a world of blighted darkness. But on this side, the gods could only tap a trickle. They had to turn that trickle into a flood. They sure could have used Solus's dagger to rip open the Fade. But some foolish mortal had taken it. So, they'd have to create a dagger of their own. Drowning the world in blight was just a matter of time.
I need
Drama.
to talk to Varric.
Every new Warden's journey, there's the joining and the calling, the beginning and the end. Every Grey Warden gets the first. They drink the potion of Archdemon blood, laced with more magic than they know. If they survive, they'll sense the Darkspawn, hear the Blight's song. The Blight itself won't hurt so much, they'll be forever changed. I was forever changed. Not everyone survives the joining. They end at the beginning. Others end in battle. They're killed by Darkspawn, or maybe some other monster kills them. We go to sunless and forsaken places. We fight what would devour Thetis, and we don't always return. I've survived all those battles myself. Makes me no better than anyone else. Finally, there's the calling, and that is the end, no matter how far you've come. After the joining, the Blight won't hurt so much, but it's still inside you, and in the end, it still wins out. The Blight's song, the one you can hear because you're a Warden, starts to change, starts to call you. At first, you can ignore it, and then one day you can't, because you're changing. At first you can't see it, but then you can. In the veins in your arms, the circles under your eyes. So you leave. You find the biggest batch of Darkspawn you can, and you take down as many as you can before the Blight takes you, and you leave the world a little safer. The other Wardens will tell you that you'll know when the time comes, that you'll be certain when it's real, but they haven't heard the calling yet, and you wonder if it's really true, if you'll really know. You will. I do. I've got my spot in the deep roads picked out myself. Take care of yourself. A page torn from Warden Aaron's journal, left for Warden Theo. That's dark. That is sad. All right. Find Grey Warden allies. Return to the lighthouse. Alrighty. I can do that. I know how to do that. Alrighty. Talk to Varric. Is there anyone else to talk to as well? Oh, wait a second. Balara has something she wants to say. Go talk to Balara. See what she's up to. See what's going on. She's out here, though. Can I level this up?
Abundance.
Not yet. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, let's talk to Balara.
A sharp eye, a quick mind, and luck. That's most of the job.
So, do you think I could become one? An investigator?
It takes a certain amount of focus, too.
Oh, okay, well, maybe not then. I still can't believe it. I'm talking to the Nev Gallus.
And that's sweet, but I don't need the flattery.
Right, just a person I'll try to remember.
Rook, here to join us?
I'm glad to see you're making friends, Balara.
Oh, definitely. Nev, she's been just so kind.
Balara had more questions about my work. She can be quite persuasive.
It all sounds so exciting. The things you've done, the people you've helped.
Those are the ones that go well. You don't hear about the rest. Everyone wants a scandal. Or a happy ending.
Or both, like the time you told the Marquis to—
Hold on. I don't think Rook's interested in that story.
Rook's a little interested.
Look, I'd love to, honest, but that story needs the right atmosphere. After dark over bad coffee, or expensive wine. Take your pick.
Speaking of, what's the situation with cooking exactly? Are we on a rotation or what? I can help out. I'm a pretty good cook, with some things at least. Well, most of the time. Sometimes I get distracted and things burn.
There's no official rotation. Everyone just makes extra food when they get hungry.
Do you mostly cook Dalish foods? I haven't had a chance to try many.
Sometimes. Not a lot of options when you're out in the forest. But I've learned a lot of different cooking styles. And Tivin, Rivani. Oh, I even learned how to make Tevinter Khachapuri.
Wait, real khachapuri? The hollowed out bread? 3 kinds of cheese? I love khachapuri. What about you, Rook? What are you craving?
Cheese and bread were the only words I needed to hear.
You have no idea.
It's good with the right cheese, which can be hard to find out in the forest.
Well, we'll have to see what we can find you. You should have an assistant, someone to make sure it doesn't burn. See if it tastes right. That sort of thing.
Nev Gallus, helping me cook?
Again, the flattery.
Right, just a person. Got it.
Great. Now, let's see what we can scrounge up.
Yeah. Got that one right. Open the codex. Magical cooking on the back of a recipe card in Balara's handwriting. No obvious fuel source for the stove. Oven uses wood, which makes sense, but how does the stove work? Faint traces of magic when we cook. Veil fire? How would that even work? Theory. Stove is drawing from the ambient magical energy and converting it into heat. Is this a constant process? What happens to the excess? Magic. Finite resource? Could we ever actually run out of it? Fate is incalculably vast, but it has to have an edge, right? Ask Nev to try same meal cooked on stove and on my portable camp stove. Blind taste test suggests no difference in flavor. Surprising. Further experiments necessary. Alrighty. Now we can go talk to Varric. No one else has an exclamation mark next to the face. Alrighty, let's go. Good talk, everybody. Good talk. Oh. I always think it's nighttime when I come out because it's so dark. That's blocked. Well, hello, Varric.
There you are. I haven't seen much of you lately. I was getting worried. Everything all right? Wait, that dagger. I've seen it before.
Solus was using it at the ritual site.
No, before that. Shit, it can't be. Look at it, Rook.
I have. Plenty. Ever since it hurt Harding.
That blighted chunk of lyrium is what started all this. In more ways than one. If I hadn't found it in the deep roads. You remember the story. One carved idol of red lyrium made its way to the surface and all hell broke loose.
It can't be the same one, can it?
Oh, look at it. It's changed, but it's the same size. Same ring at the top. Not to mention, it's pure lyrium. No one, not even the dwarves in Orzammar, work pure lyrium like that. It's too dangerous.
If that's true, if this dagger is the red lyrium idol from your story, how did Solus cleanse it of the blight?
I have no idea. I can't believe you found it.
Oh, hey, Rook. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
You seem a little more comfortable with your new abilities. How are you feeling?
Things are weird, but I'm adjusting, I think. That's not what I came in here for, though.
All right, Harding. What's on your mind?
So, the Wardens. I know some. A married couple Varric and I met while we were tracking Solus.
I'd almost forgot about that. I really am getting too old for this shit.
You think they'll talk to us? After the first warden and everything?
It's worth a try. I can write them and hope.
Okay, let's see who's in our corner.